Test, test, test. What up, what up, what up? What's poppin'? What's good, what's good? It's your boy, mr.locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So you read the title, right? Title is Men Who Have Weak Game Are Not Able to Pair Bond. Yes, men who have weak game are not able to pair bond. What up, French? What's good, what's good, what's good? Man, I love this topic, man. I love this fucking topic. Shout out to the peoples on Facebook. I was going back and forth on Facebook for the past few days. About this whole pair bonding shit. What up, K-Zag and 20? What's popping? See, K-Zag and 20 already know what the deal is. real dudes know what the deal is. But men who have weak game are not able to pair bond. See, what a lot of guys in the quote-unquote manosphere or the red pill will have you believe is that, if a woman's fucking around with a whole bunch of dudes, she's not going to be able to pair bond. You understand? Because she's just had too many guys and, she's been out here and she's getting the DNA of all the guys that she's been with. And what's funny about all that is, right, what up, Joe Blast? What's up? Reese, Jacuza, Bryce, A, Outcast was good. Now, what's funny about all those claims is that there's actually no scientific backing for any of that shit. Like, for example, when they're talking about women retain the DNA of every guy she slept with, and they're talking about, her, the sperm or whatever, getting inside her and staying there forever, right? Bunch of BS. First of all, sperm dies, right? So, sperm dies. So how is it that all this sperm is staying in her forever, right? Now, understand this. There's no scientific evidence to say that what they're saying isn't correct, but there is no scientific evidence that's saying that what they're saying is correct. So all of it is theory. It's all theory. What up, Nathan A? April MC in the building. What's going on? But there's no scientific evidence for any of that shit. So what happens is that you have a lot of guys talking about shit when there actually is no scientific evidence for the claim. It's all just, theory. But what's interesting about the theory is that when we talk about it in specifically sperm terms, like sperm dies. You understand? Now, the reason why I'm saying that, what up, Bryce? I'm just walking right now, so I can't take no calls. I'm just walking, chilling, talking. You feel what I'm saying? What up, Dotted Saints? What's popping? So, when I say that men who have weak game can't pair bond, what you have to understand is that it is a man's responsibility. Here, listen to what the fuck I'm about to say. Listen to what I'm about to say, because what I'm about to say is going to explain to you what all of this bullshit is about. It is a man's responsibility to create the bond with the chick. I'm going to say it again. It's the man's responsibility to create the bond with the woman. And I'm going to explain in a minute. Joe Huggins, you say you repeat yourself too much, make money, but get to your point. Bro, listen. Nigga, I'll be on here all day and not get to the point, motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? So chill the fuck out. But anyway, it's the man's responsibility to create the bond with the woman. What does that mean? That means that when you are out here dealing with women, it is your responsibility to pick and vet the right chick to have a long-term relationship with. You understand what I'm saying? That's your responsibility. So if you're not able to bond with the chick, that's on you. Because what most guys do is this. Most guys use the excuse of, well, she's been with a whole bunch of dudes, you know, and that's why she can't bond with me, right? But then what happens is that same woman who you said can't bond with you ends up getting with another dude she could bond with, right? So is it she can't bond, or is it that you don't know how to create a situation where a chick could bond with you? Is it because your game is weak to where you can't make this happen? Let me tell you guys something. And this is no slight to anybody else, you know, in this field, right? But I want you guys to notice something. I'm probably the only dating coach. You know. And I'm sure there's probably maybe another one out there, who knows. But as far as I know, I'm the only dating coach who has had and is successfully having all the types of relationships that most men want. I'm gonna say it again. I'm the only dating coach who is having or has had, you understand, the all of the types of relationships people want. So what am I talking about here? What other dating coach do you know right now that is married, has a girlfriend, and is also hooking up with other women at the same time? How many? Huh? How many are doing that? You understand what I'm saying? So I bring that up to say that I'm able to bond with these women who have high body counts. Huh? How come? Am I special? Am I the exception? Is there something special about me? Do I have magical powers? No. You understand? Because see, the thing is this: a lot of these dudes, they don't really care about the bonding aspect. That's really a side. That's a side fucking argument to what's really bothering them. What's really bothering these niggas is a lot of these dudes don't like the fact that chicks are out here fucking, and so dudes will use their lack of success, you understand, and to justify their lack of success on the fact that a woman has fucked a lot of dudes or been with a lot of men. They'll be like, man, you know, the reason why I can't get this girl, or the reason why shit ain't working out with me and her, is because she fucked with a whole bunch of dudes. So I need to get a girl who hasn't fucked with a whole bunch of dudes because it's easier to fuck with her. Right? Now, I wouldn't say that that's actually not true in some cases. But guess what? It really doesn't have anything to do with the sex. It really doesn't have to do anything with the sex. Because see, what it has to do with a lot of times is how that woman relates to men. So if a woman has been with, let's say, 25 guys, right? And let's say all 25 of those guys are up, right? That means, in a lot of cases, her attitude towards men will be positive. But again, notice what I said. I said treated. I ain't say nothing about sex. Hey, son, I got magic powers. I said treated. You understand? Oh yeah, Joe Blast. I think Thor actually might be an open relationship. You're right. So shout out to Thor. But yeah, notice I said treated. Now, a woman could be in a relationship with 25 guys or 25 guys, and they all treated her like shit. So then she might have more of a distrust for men. Right? Now, be that as it may, if your game is tight, whether the girl has a trust of men and a positive outlook towards men, or she has a negative outlook towards men. If your game is tight, it won't matter, because when she gets to you, guess what? Now she has to adhere to your program. And if she sees enough value in you, guess what? She'll switch up like a motherfucker. Notice this. I'm about to get some niggas mad right now. What do black dudes say all the time about black women? Oh, well, black women, they got an attitude problem. And I can't get with these black chicks because these black chicks and this and this and that. But notice, why is it that when these black women get with white dudes, when they get with white niggas, oh, they got the utmost respect. That attitude goes out the window. Why is that? Because, see, the white dudes basically game the whole system to make themselves seem valuable in the eyes of everyone. So when that black woman gets with that white dude, she sees him as valuable in the first place, which makes her want to submit to him now, whereas she's giving you the attitude. You understand? So you're not going to be able to bond with that black woman because your game's weak. See, shout out to my dude EO. He always says it begins and ends with the man. You see what I'm saying? But nobody don't want to hear this shit. All they're gonna say is, "Oh, Mr. Locario, you know, you're a liberal and you're a cuck because you know all this other stupid shit." Because I'm putting responsibility in the hands of the man. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what you got to understand. A woman can't get into your situation unless you invite her into your situation. You understand what I'm saying? What up, King Leak? A woman can't get into your situation unless you invite her in. So what that means is this. If, in fact, you are having a long-term relationship with a woman who's on some bullshit, a woman who hasn't been properly vetted, guess whose fault that is? That's you. Because how did she get that long-term relationship? How did she get access to your situation that deeply? You let her in, and you let her in without vetting her to see if she was properly equipped to fuck with you. And see, what is that part of properly equipping her is coaching her. See if she's coachable, upgrading her mind. There's someone who might not be able to upgrade their mind because y'all two ain't compatible. Y'all just don't y'all don't get along. Because see, people forget the fact that, listen, when it comes to relationships and successful relationships, there still needs to be compatibility. You understand what I'm saying? There still needs to be compatibility. So what happens is that there could be a woman who messed with 100 dudes, and you could deal with her, and y'all could be compatible, and your game is tight, and it'll work. And she might get with another guy who they're just not compatible with. You understand? His game might be tight, but they're just not compatible, right? He just says, you know what? This ain't working. He cuts it off within 2 weeks, and he's like, I'm good with that. I'm good on that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But see, a guy who has game is the type of guy who would do that. Meaning, a guy who has game is going to cut it off before any bullshit happens, because he can already peep that there's no compatibility between him and her. But that doesn't necessarily have to even do with the body count. That's just him and that particular girl aren't compatible. But that same girl with the 100 body count can get with another dude who she's compatible with and who has tight game, and that will work. You understand what I'm saying? That's a good question, King Lee. You said, can compatibility depend on the man experiences women? Of course. And this is what I'm saying, where when I talk about dudes having good game, right? So listen, shout out to my dude Eddie Fuse, because he did a video the other day where he was talking about how, me and Eddie Fuse totally disagree about this whole body count stuff. But other than that, he did a video about how it's the man's responsibility to preserve sort of his interest in the woman. Meaning you have to create a situation to where you're not going to get sick of her. You're not going to get tired of her. You're not going to see her in a light that makes her unattractive to you. That's your responsibility to create that. You understand what I'm saying? It's your responsibility to create that. So what happens is that your inability to create that is the reason why there is no bond. See, you don't hear the women saying, I can't be in a long-term relationship with the men. It's the men saying, I can't be in a long-term relationship with the woman. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. You don't hear the women saying, I can't be in a long-term relationship with the men. It's the men saying, I can't be in a long-term relationship with the woman. So who can't pair bond? Right? And then see, the men are saying it based off of a woman who they didn't know, who was single, who was having sex. Wow. Do you mean to tell me a single woman who was not in a relationship was actually having sex? My God. Oh my God. So let me get this straight. You're trying to tell me, guys, you're trying to tell me that a woman who was single, right, before she met me, actually had sex with other men? What? Blasphemy. Are you serious? Like, somebody please explain this to me. This is crazy. You mean to tell me if I'm a 35-year-old man and I meet a 30-year-old woman and she's been single since she was 24, so she's been single for 6 years, and she had sex with 15 guys in 6 years. Oh my God, a single woman having sex with men she was dating? I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that's blasphemous, right? Isn't that what single women are supposed to do? If you guys went on a date with a woman tomorrow and you was attracted to her, are you not going to want to have sex with her at some point? Huh? Come on, guys. Like, do you see how stupid this sounds? So you guys meaning to tell me that if you met a girl that you were sexually attracted to, are you going to tell her, hey, listen, miss, I don't really like women who have high body counts. I think that's immoral. So this is what we're going to do. Unless we plan on marrying, I don't think we should have sex. You understand what I'm saying? Adrian D said, there are women who have psychological problems due to bad experiences with multiple partners and poor decision making. I agree. But what does that have to do with the sex? This is what I'm trying to see. A chick could be with the dude. Let's say a chick was chilling with a dude and she went on 3 dates with this nigga, right? She didn't fuck him at all. But this nigga beat the shit out of her. This nigga verbally abused her, right? They didn't have sex. Do you know that's a bad experience that she had that's traumatic, that can cause her to be able to act certain ways? You understand what I'm saying? When she's dealing with future men, but she didn't have no sex with them. So this is what I'm saying. See, like I said, it's not the women saying they don't want to be in a relationship. It's the men saying this. So it's the men who can't pair bond. It's not the women. You understand? It's not the women. And the reason why they say they don't want to, they can't bond with her is because this woman who was single had sex with men before she knew him, right? And that's the reason why. Because see, these guys think that because when the girl gets with him, they'll either say, well, the girl, she's not going to be able to stick with me because she's been fucking around with all these other guys. That has more to do with you, my brother. That has more to do with your game, to where she don't see enough value in you, if that's the case, to stick with you. Why do you think it's so hard sometimes to get women to cheat on their man? Why do you think they hesitate? Why do you think they hesitate? They hesitate because they don't want to have to lose what they have with their man because they see value in it. You understand what I'm saying? But then if they cheat, they're like, fuck my man. I don't see no value in this nigga no more. Fuck that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? See, like my dude K Zaggin says, men's insecurities stem directly or indirectly from sex. You understand? It's stemming directly or indirectly from sex. Because if we talk about or we think about the actual issue here, the actual issue is sex. Because if I presented a guy and I said, hey, listen, bro, this is chick I want to hook you up with, man. She thinks you're attractive, and I think you two will be actually be in a good situation. And I'll be like, man, nigga, this chick fucked like 75 dudes, but all these niggas she fucked with treated her good. She got a good head on her shoulders, all that other shit. The only thing he's gonna be thinking about is 75 motherfuckers fucked her. That's all you're gonna be thinking about. That's all you're gonna think about. You see what I'm saying? Like you could, like God could come down and say, listen, my son, I am the Lord and Savior of eternity and the universe. And I'm telling you that this woman right here is perfect for you. But she had sex with 35 guys. They're gonna be like, God, fuck out of here, my nigga. She got a high body count. I can't fuck with it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, again, dudes are able to fuck with whoever they want. Let's get this straight. I'm not trying to tell dudes, oh, you should. No. Fuck with whoever you want. I'm just saying that the excuse is stupid. So what I'm saying is just admit that you have insecurities when it comes to sex. That's what I'm saying. And just admit that. That's all I'm saying. Because there's no logical, like I still haven't had a logical explanation. No one, listen, you know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? This is what I'll do. I'll never talk about this topic again if somebody can logically explain to me how you're able to accurately tell how many guys a woman slept with. Seriously. If anyone can accurately come up with a way to tell me how many guys a woman has slept with, and I'm talking about accurate, meaning that if this is Peggy Sue over here, Peggy Sue has fucked 46 men. If this is Katrina over here has fucked 125 men. If this is Susie over here, Susie fucked 97 guys. I need to know the exact number and how you came up with that. You understand? Because like I said on Facebook, I said, if this is such a big, prevalent issue, right, that is really important to your life, wouldn't you need to make sure you know what the fuck is going on? That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't you, like, listen, if something was very, very, very important to me, I need to know the facts. I need to know the facts. Right? And if you can't know the facts, then what's your argument? What are you talking about? You understand? Because see, what happens is this. A lot of dudes would be like, yo, you know, I would just smash these chicks. That's why I just pump and dump. Truthfully, a lot of these dudes can't really just pump and dump, if you're gonna be honest. See, there are some guys who have game who can do that, but most guys can't pump and dump. And this is the funny part. A lot of y'all guys, at some point, if y'all do want to get in a long-term relationship, it's going to be hard for you to get into a long-term relationship, and I'm telling you why. See, the reason why it's going to be hard for you to get into a long-term relationship is because you are already condemning and making it an issue to be in a long-term relationship. You understand? With women who have high body counts, and this, I'm gonna tell you a secret, 90-something% of these women have high body counts. So what are you gonna do when you want to actually be in a long-term relationship? You understand? There ain't enough virgins out here to pass around. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is that if you look at this situation negatively, you're never. It's like this. When you look at it negatively, you're never gonna get it. You understand what I'm saying? You're never gonna get it. Devious said tattoos, piercing, hair color, age, political beliefs, feminist, religion, body language. No, devious. I said, what is the specific number? You understand what I'm saying? A woman having tattoos does not give me her specific number. A woman having piercings does not give me her specific number. You understand? So, and if we're talking about high body count, what is high body? Okay, so let's say for example, a woman who had sex with more than 10 guys is high to you. Let's just say that, right? Let's just say that, devious. Let's say that. A woman having sex with more than 10 guys is a high body count to you. Now, let's say you meet a girl named Brittany, right? How do you know Brittany had sex with 9 guys or 11 guys? How do you know? You understand? How do you know? How do you know that Brittany had sex with 9 guys or 11? Because remember, over 10 is too much for you. So if you're going to make a actual decision in your life of to whether to fuck with a woman or not, shouldn't you know this information? And if you can't know this information, then you have one or two choices. You either just keep fucking a bunch of girls that never be in a long-term relationship, which most guys can't do, and which most guys don't want to do, if you're going to be honest, especially when you get older, or you're just not going to, be in a long-term relationship, period. So either you're just fucking a chick, pumping and dumping, and then, or just be a single nigga, you know what I'm saying? And not really be in any type of long-term relationship. So I guess that's the same shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to say it again. If dudes can give me an accurate way to find this out, I will shut the fuck up. Because then at least if you have an accurate way to find out, then what's going to happen is that you can say, you know what? I have my my body count detector, and and I put it on this woman, and my body count detector said she had sex with 11 guys. So now I'm not gonna fuck with her. Cool. I'm with it. Because if that's important to you, and you can put your body count detector, that's and if a nigga made that fucking invention, that nigga will be a millionaire. Listen, if you guys want to make some money, create a body count detector. 99% accurate. You understand what I'm saying? You will be a fucking billionaire. Because all these niggas out here, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So you got to make that. And the thing is, if you know what that is specifically, then it makes sense. It makes sense, right? Because then you'll know. But if you don't know, then what the fuck is the point? See, again, I challenge you. I want to know. I want to know the specific. How do you specifically tell? And see, this is the issue. This is the issue. You can't. You understand what I'm saying? That's the truth. The truth is that you can't tell. You cannot accurately. I don't care if the chick got tattoos, piercing, all that other goofy. See, and that's the funny shit. Y'all think because the chick wear turtlenecks and go to the library, she ain't fucking? The fuck is, like, what y'all mean? Nigga, some of the most goody two-shoes looking ass women are the biggest freaks. The fuck are y'all talking about? Nigga, listen, I used to go to swinger parties, orgy parties, all that other shit. I'd see fucking teachers, doctors, lawyers. Nigga, I saw this fucking chick in one of these joints before. I think she was like, was she a secretary? She was some shit. She was working for some place, but it was like and she looked prim and proper all the time. You understand? It was like at a doctor's office somewhere that I used to go to. And this chick was in a fucking orgy. And you would have never known. No tattoos. This bitch looked like she go to church every Sunday. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers be living your lives based off of shit that don't got nothing to do with nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all dudes be thinking, oh, well, look at her. She's holding that Bible in her hand. She goes to church every Sunday. So, of course, she has a low body count. Bullshit. I'm like, Jesus. Again, what's the accurate number? You understand what I'm saying? And so, if you can't get the accurate number, then why are we doing this? Why? See, it all comes back to the man. It all comes back to your insecurity. Because what a chick do with another nigga ain't got shit to do with me. Because any chick, listen, any of these chicks out here y'all fucking, right, is fucking other dudes. Then, on top of that, dudes will say, well, I don't want to wife her up because, you know, if I wife her up, that means that I'm doing more shit with her and all that other stuff. Okay, cool. But guess what? If you scared to do that, or you don't want to do that, guess who that falls back on? That falls back on you because you create your fucking reality in your relationship. This is what I'm saying. Listen, I'm not in no goddamn non-monogamous relationship because my wife wanted it. No. I'm in a non-monogamous relationship because I wanted that shit. Matter of fact, my wife wasn't thinking about no non-monogamous shit. You know why she's doing non-monogamous shit? Because I wanted to do non-monogamous shit. You understand what I'm saying? If at the beginning, when I met my wife and we were fucking around, if I told her, hey, it's just gonna be me and you, guess what it's gonna be? Just me and her. I created the relationship that I wanted. And so therefore, I was able to get the woman to bond to me because I created the relationship I wanted. So the thing is you guys up there scared about, well, if I'm with this girl and she's been with a lot of guys, and then, you know, again, that's a game issue. See, the reason why pimps could fuck with hoes and be successful is because they got game. So they're at a high level of game to be able to manage those women. Right? So if you're not able to manage your chick, that means your game is fucking weak. So you not being able to pair bond ain't got nothing to do with the woman. They got something to do with you. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, like I said, the women ain't out here talking about, yo, I don't want to bond with these motherfuckers because, you know, they did this. No. It's the niggas. It's the men. It's the men saying this. And dudes are trying to back up their bullshit with pseudoscience and fucking blogs and bullshit of niggas who ain't got no credentials. A dude sent me a fucking link talking about body counts and marriage and all this other shit from a website that's trying to promote families. Duh. Of course they're gonna have a situation where that's like somebody sending me a fucking website about, eating cupcakes or some shit, and the website's called The Benefits of Sugar. Like, nigga, of course. You understand what I'm saying? Of course they're gonna say that shit. But in real life, like I said on Facebook, I said in real life, motherfuckers who are, for example, in the adult entertainment industry actually have boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, right? People who are swinger couples, right? Swinger couples. It's in the name, swinger couples. You understand what I'm saying? Swinger couples. Listen, I've been to these parties. I've been to these swinger parties, and you have swinger couples who are bonding, who've been together for years, right? And the woman is having sex with other men. How is that possible? You have polyamorous couples where the women are having sex with other men. How is that possible? You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, oh, well, they're cucks. Okay, call them a cuck if you want. They're having successful relationships. What's the excuse? You understand what I'm saying? What's the excuse? Because if it in fact is hard to pair bond or to bond with somebody because they fucked with a bunch of dudes, then how is it that you have women who were single back in the day, who've had sex with a bunch of guys, and now they're married in happy marriages? And you have polyamorous couples in happy marriages, swinger couples, happy marriages. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. How does that work? Yes, she said Locario fucked half in New York. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying guys got to think. Listen, it's not the women. It's the men. The men can't pair bond. If we're going to go to the pair bonding shit, right? And again, if you're able to do this, that means, see, listen, y'all got to understand something. Women don't treat men equally. See, now Three Kings told my marriages doesn't equal pair bonding, bro. So what the fuck is pair bonding, Three Kings? What is pair bonding? See, now you want to switch the definitions. Oh, well, marriage isn't pair bonding now. Okay, so what the fuck is pair bonding? Y'all motherfuckers be on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be on some shit. It's like, oh my goodness. And this is what I'm saying where, see, dudes just don't want to, look, again, like I said, if you don't want to mess with a chick who mess with other dudes, that's fine. I'm not, do what you do. But don't sit there and try to come up with all of this fucking pseudoscience, again, where you're saying that it's fact that a woman can't bond because, no, that's not fact. That's not fact. It's no fact. You understand? Like, show me a study where they've fucked with 10,000s, or not even a study. Show me multiple studies where they've done thousands of women who are virgins and actually stuck with them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make sure they're not fucking, so you know that they're actually virgins, and then compare that with women who have a high body count. Then we gotta think about what actually is a high body count, because whatever a high body count is different for everybody else. So even with that conversation, you understand what I'm saying? Even with that conversation is bullshit, because a high body count to you might be 5. A high body count to another person might be 10. So what the fuck is a high body count? But let's say compare that with the high body count. Then we actually have to see if those women actually had sex with that shit. And then on top of that, when you guys sign a marriage certificate, on the marriage certificate, it doesn't have a thing that says, a clause that says, how many guys have you had sex with? So it's not like these motherfuckers could look at the marriage certificates of a bunch of people who are married who said, oh yeah, I was a virgin. And no, there's nothing there. There's nothing to say that. So how do you know? And then even if that did happen, how do you know the women are telling the truth by saying they're virgins? Right? So there has to be extensive research and studies to go with this shit for there to actually be something of value. Then on top of that, you have to see who's doing the study. Because remember, studies are skewed based off of who is doing them, because based off of the company who's doing the research, you understand what I'm saying? They're trying to find certain things based off of their agenda. So of course, if I have a website called, Building a Family or Family Structures and all this other crazy shit, I'm going to also make studies up or base findings off of what I'm trying to promote. You understand? Listen, I could say, yo guys, guess what? Studies show, there was a website called badboymembershipstudy.com, and badboymembershipstudy.com said, if you join the Bad Boy membership, guys who join the Bad Boy membership, 9 times out of 10 are going to, not only get women, but they're going to be successful in their money situation. And they're like, what are you talking about, Mr. Locario? And I'm like, well, listen, check out badboymembershipstudy.com said that if you join the Bad Boy membership, then, you're going to have magic beans, and then you're going to be able to fly off roofs and go into space and all this other shit. I'm telling you. See, badboymembership.com study said this. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, man. This is what I'm saying. It's like, yo, cigarettes, they're cigarette is good. Cigarettes is good for you. It's healthy. You're like, what are you talking about? And they're like, no, it is healthy. SmokeCigarettes.com said that, they had a study that said smoking cigarettes is great. Huh? You understand what I'm saying? They're like, no, but cigarette smoke is healthy for you. What do you mean? Well, I saw it on SmokingCigarettesIsGood.com. There was a study on smokingcigarettesisgood.com that said, you understand what I'm saying? Niggas talking about, no, Locario, you don't understand. Women retain the DNA of every guy she slept with. I'm like, really? Where'd you get this information? Well, it was a website called redpillmania.com. Niggas is like, yo, there's this study on redpillrage.com that says that if a woman has sex with a guy, she's not going to be able to pair bond. Really? That's interesting. Redpillrage.com. Okay. That makes sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, these dudes be on this bullshit. And then when you bring up actual real life, listen, I'm a real life fucking person telling you this. You understand what I'm saying? Women that, listen, my wife has a high body count. What the fuck are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? And we've been together for 14 years. How? I don't know. Maybe because my game is tight. I don't know, man. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Roland said those are great website names. Red Pill Mania. Red Pill Rage. RedPillRage.com. I'm like, that's what I'm saying, man. They're like, no, Miss Locario, you're the exception because, you know, everyone's not going to be like, listen, ain't nothing special about me. Okay, so Three Kings said pair bonds are a biological phenomenon and are not equivalent to the human social institution of marriage. Marriage can be associated with sexual or social bond. However, married couples do not necessarily have the experience bond of either of these bonds. Okay, that's it. Awesome. Listen, this is what the fuck he was trying to say. It's the same shit Kay Zagan said, bro. Kay Zagan said he did a video where he talking about the whole pair bonding shit was shit that was tested on rodents. It was tested on it wasn't tested on humans. But when people are talking about pair bonding, when it comes to men and women, they're talking about it from the sense of saying, well, a woman can't bond to you, meaning a woman can't stick with you because she's had sex with a bunch of other guys. That's what they're saying. You understand? And so I'm going off the premise of that, and I'm saying that's bullshit. A woman can stick with you. A woman can actually be with you, even if she had sex with a bunch of other dudes. Dudes is just saying that because they feel some type of way about a woman fucking a whole bunch of guys. That's it. You understand? Like, a lot of dudes not living out here in real life. Most dudes get their information from studies. They're not actually out here studying real life. They're not actually living real life. Now, the Three Kings, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what these dudes are saying. And so what I'm saying is that a lot of the shit that these dudes is talking about is bullshit. You understand? And what I'm saying is that the guys are the ones saying well, I'm not going to fuck with her because, you know, what do dudes say? Well, if a chick fucks me on the first night, she ain't going to be wifey. So was it her that can't bond or was it him? Huh? The dude's like, well, if I fuck her on the first night, I can't wife her up because she fucked me the first night. I mean, that sounds like he can't bond, correct? Right? Is it the woman or is it him? I never heard no woman say, oh man, you know, I fucked this guy the first night, you know. And I'm not saying that there's women who don't think like that. I'm just saying that there's not an overwhelming bunch of women saying this. You understand? But see, the reason why so many guys are saying this again is because when guys think about women, they're thinking about it in the terms of investment, right? And so I understand that aspect. But your investment in a woman should have to do between you and her interacting with each other. You understand what I'm saying? So based off of you and her interacting with each other, that's going to show if y'all two are going to be compatible or if y'all want to do something in a relationship. The problem is that what a lot of guys do is they still have this idea of sort of like ownership with a woman. They're like, man, well, I don't want to fuck with a woman who a bunch of other guys fuck. I want to be exclusive. I want to get the brand new shiny car, and all this other weird shit. Because dudes have this fucking weird ass relationship with sex. You understand what I'm saying? You said it's one of the reasons you don't hear women say that is because they have different motives in a relationship than a man. Well, yeah, women will have different motives. But what I'm saying is the reason why you don't hear women saying that is because what happens is that for her, she's like, yeah, I want to be in a relationship because she's getting a lot of benefits from that situation. The problem is a lot of guys don't understand how to benefit off of being with a woman. So this is why they're looking at it, well, the only benefit she's giving me is sex. So therefore they're saying, well, if the only benefit she's giving me is sex, I don't want a woman who's had sex with a whole bunch of other guys. But see, that again, that comes from having weak game. Because if you only see women as giving you benefit because of sex, that means your game's weak. Because you don't see the bigger picture. You understand? It's like, I remember 50 Cent did a story about, I forgot who it was. He said there was a producer he was fucking with, and he said, listen, I could pay you $30,000 right now for this production, or I could keep the $30,000 and then you could wait till this album blow up, right? And then you could get paid that way. The nigga took the fucking $30,000 or whatever the fuck it was, and then 50 Cent album blew up, right? And the nigga could have made 1.5 million off of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? The dude could have made 1.5 million, but he made 30,000, right? Because he wasn't seeing the big picture. Yeah, I think it was Shaw Money. He could have made 1.5 million, but he didn't see the big picture. So when niggas don't see the big picture when they come to deal with women, they're so focused on sex. You understand what I'm saying? They're so focused on sex. So that's why they have that sort of like energy and that thought process. You know what I'm saying? But yo, listen, guys, I'm about to head up out of here. I gotta go and record this Bad Boy membership program. So the Bad Boy membership program for dropping in March, bruh. This is the game is so fucking advanced in this one. If you are not on the Bad Boy membership, you need to get on the Bad Boy membership ASAP because the game is advanced as fuck on this one. So basically, what I'm talking about is on this next Bad Boy membership program, I'm talking about how to get women who are, let's say, you could say on the fence, because you know, I always say focus on the high interest women. But what a lot of guys tell me is they're like, but what if there's a woman that I can tell she likes me, but she's just not biting right now? How do I get her? Can I keep it going to get her? So I'm going to teach you how to keep it going to get that chick who's medium interest to turn her into high interest. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to be telling you certain things that you guys can do to make this happen. So it's going to be a game heavy filled joint. I'm telling you, if you're not on the Bad Boy membership, you're missing the fuck out. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to be talking about stuff like, you know, where if you're trying to smash a chick, but she's on some shit like, oh, but, you know, can we take it slow? You know, can we go do something else? I'm going to teach you how to circumvent that to make it to where the woman will actually want to fuck with you and not really want to do anything else but that. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna make that shit happen. Solo TV 84 in the building. What's popping, bro? What's popping with you, my dude? Leon Lee, what up? Joe Higgins, what's popping? You said, how do you donate? I didn't have the donation link up, but you could go to mr.locario.com if you want to donate and click on the send your questions link, and then you can donate there. You know what I'm saying? If you want to donate, appreciate it. But yo, man, I'm about to holler at you guys later. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me, and I will holler at y'all in a minute. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.